Hey, my name is Aleksandrs Dudarevs. I work in Dynamic Technologies as an engineering manager for Revolution, and I started August this year. So for the most part of my job, I ask question how things doing, or answer the same question. And as any lazy IT person, I would like to answer the question less and base my answer on some facts. So basically, I'm trying to implement some engineering practices and build trust in my stakeholders. And basically, my responsibility is to make sure that the team is headed into the right direction and increase the value of the product. So we're currently working on two main websites. It's subtickets.com and skylux.travel.com. Basically, it's a source of lead generation for our large sales network. Besides lead generation, we're also taking over marketing tools. So this is a bunch of different projects that marketing use for retention management and subscription tools and pricing service. And it's a big project with lots of legacy stuff, and yeah, who doesn't like that? But I'm actually very positive because there are very capable people working on that project, and I'm really looking forward to take this over. And for the technology stack, it's mostly PHP Symfony, and we also use React for the front end. And there are a lot of different things and frameworks that we use, such as Golang and Node.js and Next.js. So our team is about 20 people at the moment, including me and product owner, and we're also introducing a system analyst role into the team. And it's quite amazing how such a large team can actually work as a single unit and be so self-organized and deliver the value. Our team is mostly based in Riga, but we also have some people working from India, and there will be more people added in India office as well. And I'm actually quite looking forward working with colleagues from India. I see my closest targets as actually streamlining the processes inside the team, because for the long time the team was working on very extreme development framework, and there were not a lot of processes introduced, and I think it works very well when there are just a few developers. But in such a large team and the whole product approach, I feel that there is demand for more streamlined processes, so we can actually better plan and foresee the development and have less incidents in the system, and we want to develop things quicker. So I hope by the end of the year we'll have very transparent system for task estimation and planning. So currently I set two main goals, and I think I separate them by the process improvements and actual functionality. For the process, I think we started to implement a lot of industry standard practices for the agile development and software development lifecycle. So we have all the different estimation meetings and plannings and committees and grooming, so that our development is transparent enough for our stakeholders, and we basically can work more effectively, especially in such a big team. And if we talk about the functionality, as I said, there is a lot of projects that we're taking over to the team, and also with the new product structure, there are big plans of introducing new functionality to the product. We basically want to make work of marketing department simpler and quicker, so they can basically attract more leads. That includes new, very smart working content management system, and we are working on the new designs, and we're working on design system, and in close collaboration with the UX team. I think the best motivation is this feeling of accomplishment. So I'm trying to push forward bigger initiatives in the team. So we're working on architectural runway. We plan more strategic changes to the project and having bigger goals in front of us. And also I think that the best way to keep track of your work and satisfaction is to ask your question once in a while, what am I proud of that I made in the last X months. And for me personally, it's delivering value for the client. If I look back at my career, I feel like most fun I had at the workplace was always in the product companies, product-oriented companies, where you can actually see the end client and user of your work. I would say that my career started back in school, because back then I already made some small websites and projects and actually received money for that, so I guess this is a career. But my official job started just after the school, and at first I was just building PCs in some basement. And then I actually tried myself as a developer, so I tried developing something for the e-shop that we had back then. So some of the companies I can mention is Tele2, and it was actually the very dawn of IT, I guess, here in Latvia, when it was one of the first big IT centers here. And I remember those times with some warmth, because it was the time when people got access to production servers, and we actually wrote 3G and 4G networks, and we could read some SMSs and send some SMSs. And after then there were some other big companies like CTCO or Netcracker, and I used to work with very big accounts like Deutsche Telekom, for example. They had like 80 million subscribers. And CTCO also has very big enterprise clients. But I think the most fun I had when I was working in some startups, and we were actually creating maybe not such big products, but for some exciting companies like Cesualos, for example. So one of the biggest, I guess, beer producers in Latvia, and we also had beer brought to us on Liga. So it was actually very rewarding working with some smaller Latvian companies than with some bigger names in the world. As for me personally, I used to write code in Java and PHP and JavaScript. And I also used all the different technologies in cloud computing, which I think is the harder thing at the moment is the infrastructure. And I think you need to understand how cloud computing works and what use you can make of it. I mostly worked with the Microsoft stack, but I guess here we use more of the Amazon, but it's not a big difference. I would say if you think about the current state of the world, it's still not really digitized. A lot of businesses are still using Excel the same way it was used like 30 years ago. So if I would dream of a perfect world, I think it would be nice if business actually understands what value the technology can bring, how it can actually increase their profits and how they operate. And I still don't think that a lot of people understand what technology is and how to use it besides just opening Facebook or scrolling TikTok. So in my dream world, it would be very good to have some kind of educational institute that kind of just shows normal, not tech-savvy people of what actual technology can do. So this is something that probably got me into IT as a child. I was just amazed how this thing works and why there are some things showing up on the computer screen and why there is a duck flying on my TV and how all this works. So if we can get somehow other people interested in how it actually works, I think we'll have just a better world. My life motto is do not be a perfectionist, and it's very important, especially in IT, because sometimes you can improve your code or redraw your diagrams indefinitely, and usually this is not something that your stakeholders need. So they need some things that work and they are delivered in time and they not always have to be perfect. I would like to express big gratitude to my team to being so open to the changes. Actually, everyone is really providing their valuable feedback, and I can already see the improvements in our work. And we still have a big path in front of us, but we'll reach really good results with that.